Deputy Donnchadh.
I suppose there's a number of elements to this. Firstly, in relation to the whole area of mandatory minimums and presumptive minimums, and I would draw a distinction between them. We as a party are opposed to mandatory minimums. They are an extremely blunt instrument. They have been used in many instances, have enormously increased the rate of incarceration, particularly with the African American community in America. It was used by various states to an extent that it led to mass incarceration of young black men. It is something that allows for, it takes away any judicial discretion and any ability to judge and ascertain. Presumptive minimums, I think, are a different animal, and I would believe that they should be used. I believe that they should be used advisedly. Having said that, what is outlined in this legislation is in close accordance with what you would imagine to be a sensible sentencing approach by a judge, whilst also keeping in place what has been described by Tom O'Malley in sentencing law and practice as a significant safety valve where it applies to the Criminal Justice Act 2007. And I think it makes sense to have a similar provision here. It retains judicial discretion. I listen to the points that are made and I'll continue to take them on board. I won't be supporting the amendments currently, but I will be engaging with our senators in relation to the channel. I have to say I'm a little disappointed, and more than a little disappointed to be honest, that the Justice Minister who was present has absented himself, because I did have an issue that I wanted addressed, and it is the concern I have around this bill. And with respect to Minister Moore, and you can attempt to address it again perhaps, but I wasn't entirely satisfied with your response to the point that I raised, and I was anxious to hear the Justice Minister's point of view on this, and I hope that he'll attend and speak on the Shannon debate, because it's important. This is a criminal justice bill, and I don't think it's right that he shouldn't contribute to the debate. That he should. I appreciate it's your own initiative, but I think that he has a responsibility to make his statement on it. And my concern is, Minister, is, and I hope that you will address this, but again I will ask the Justice Minister to address it, is that this sentencing approach may create a disincentive for the accused to plead guilty, which is obviously a fairly weighty issue. If this creates any disincentive for somebody not to put the victim, or if it takes away the incentive for the accused to relieve the victim of the trauma and pressure and everything involved in a sexual assault case, in a rape case, then I think that is a deficiency. And certainly if that's not addressed, we may reconsider our position on these particular sections.